Another hearing today for Cody Fohrenkam, originally convicted of murdering North High School student Deshaun Hill, but then a judge tossed that guilty verdict out. And today we learn the retrial, originally set for April, might not happen until fall. Fox 9's Rob Olson was in that courtroom today. And Rob, it sounds like some raw emotion on display today by Hill's family.
Yeah, certainly. Deshaun Hill's family, his father actually, was pretty agitated outside the courtroom before this hearing began, to the point where he was not allowed in the courtroom and ultimately removed from the entire floor altogether. Afterwards, his family said, you know, this is just the overwhelming frustration being expressed here at the need for a new trial, but also now the frustration that delays are going to push this thing back for months now. Now, the delay is due to this video. That's Cody Fohrenkam's interrogation by the Minneapolis police. It was key evidence used in his first trial a couple of years ago. But because there were questions post-verdict of whether this interrogation was done legally, that's why that verdict was tossed out. That's why the need for a second trial. Now, after the judge in this case ruled that video now cannot be used in the new trial, prosecutors are going back to the appeals court to ask them to allow it in. We should note there were not cameras in court today. The video from court you're seeing from his sentencing a couple of years ago. Now, because the appeals court hearing is not set yet and may not happen until the summer, the judge today said any new trial may not be scheduled until late summer or fall, so they can't even set a date yet until they get through that appeals process. Forhenkam was initially convicted 2 years ago in the murder of Deshaun Hill for shooting him after they brushed each other on a Minneapolis sidewalk. That was the conviction. He said it's not him. Now they'll have to prove it again. Surveillance video was also significant evidence in that trial. Forhenkam's attorneys have asked also today for bail to be reduced. It's currently at $1 million. The judge ruled, though, that Forhenkam poses too great a flight risk due to the initial conviction here and denied it. There's also an outstanding change of venue request by Forhenkam's defense team here. They say there was so much coverage of this case here in the Twin Cities initially. They want to move this case out of the Twin Cities because they don't feel they can find a fair jury here locally. That is still under consideration. Prosecutors today say they're still waiting for a ruling on that. Simone?
And Rob, quick question before you go. If Forhenkam's interrogation video ultimately can't be used, as you mentioned, how much does that actually weaken the prosecution's case at the retrial then?
Well, I asked Hill's family that afterwards, how they feel about that, and their feeling is that the other evidence in the case in the first trial was pretty strong in their view, so they feel that there still could be a conviction without this interrogation video. Obviously, they'd prefer it to be in, but they feel pretty good at this point that they could still get a conviction without it. Back to you.
All right, still have a case. Thank you, Rob.